Assalamualaikum. My name is Christian. I've been living now in Indonesia for 6 years. But the weird thing is that in 6 years, nobody ever called me by my full name. Nobody called me Christian in this country. I don't know, maybe it's too long for Indonesian people, because they don't call me Christian, they make it short. They don't call me Christian, they call me kafir. It means the same thing. It's okay. It's okay. No, they don't always call me kafir, okay? When I pray, they call me kafir. When I cut, they call me Chris. And when I pay, they call me Curis. That's... I've been living in this beautiful country for 6 years, and saya cinta Indonesia. To me, yes, to me Indonesia is the most beautiful country in the world. But Indonesian people sometimes are too nice. I think that's your problem. Your problem, which is not really a problem, but your problem is that you're too nice. And I'll give you an example. I know many languages, but I cannot learn Bahasa Indonesia, and this is why. Because every language is easy. Yes means yes, no means no. Easy. Not in Bahasa Indonesia. Because you're too nice, you don't like to say no. So for example, if I invite someone to this event, and they want to say yes, they will say, yes, Chris, I will come. But if I invite one of my Indonesian friends to this event and they don't want to come, they will not say no to me. They will say, Inshallah. Just say no. Like, it's okay. You can say no. Like, even, I don't know if you know, but I was one of the contestants of Suci, stand-up comedy Indonesia, on Kompas TV. As a matter of fact, I was Juara Tiga di Suci X. Give it up for me. And I was the first one in the history of that TV show to perform in English. And so I was very nervous. So when I did the audition, I asked my friends, I was like, do you think the judges would like my jokes? And they were like, yes, Chris, they will love your jokes. And do you think I can win Suci? Inshallah. Indonesia is a great country, and I'm trying to learn Indonesian culture because I come from Italy and my culture is very different. For example, I learned that many Indonesians believe in ghosts. Like, we don't have all the ghosts that you have in Europe. Like, you have Tuyul, right? The small one. That then you have Wewe Gambel, the one with the... We don't have that in Italy. And then you have Babi Ngepet, right? The pig that steals money. Actually, we do that in Italy. We call them politicians. No. Italian politicians, not Indonesian. Please, no deportasi, yeah? Please. But talking about politics, this year is a big year for politics. Donald Trump is the new president of the United States, and American politics are crazy because they went from Obama to Trump to Biden, and now Trump again. They went from a black president to an orange president to a dead president, basically. And the election were crazy. Trump even got shot, and this is what I don't understand. I don't understand Republicans, because Republicans were saying, Donald Trump almost died. That's why he should become president. But they were also the same people that were saying, Biden is almost dead, he cannot be president, you know? So just choose. And also here in Indonesia, we had the election, and we have a new president in Indonesia. But it's very difficult for me to explain Indonesian politics back at home in Italy. Because in Italy, if I have to be honest, we're very ignorant about Indonesia. As a matter of fact, there's only one Indonesian person that everyone knows in Italy. And it's not President Prabowo, it's not Jokowi. The only Indonesian person that everyone knows in Italy, it's Erick Thohir. He's the only one. And the reason why everyone knows Erick Thohir in Italy is not for his many accomplishments, but it's because many years ago he came to Italy and he became the president of one of the most important Italian football team, Inter Milan. Now, I am from Milano and I love Eric Thohir. Because in 5 years that he was president, Inter Milan won nothing. My team is AC Milan. That's why I love Eric Thohir. And listen, I'm not saying he was a bad president. Eric Thohir is a brilliant person. But after he sold the team to a Chinese man, Inter started winning everything. Okay? Inter is the champion of the league. The only problem that now that Inter has a Chinese president, Inter now the players are always injured. I don't know, maybe because now the team is made in China. I don't know, maybe. And Indonesian people were asking me all the time. For example, 2 years ago, Inter Milan was in the final of Champions League against Manchester City, and Indonesian people would stop me all the time on the street and they would say, Chris, we know Inter is not your team, but it's the same team as your country, it's the same team as your city. Do you want Inter Milan to win? Inshallah. But yeah, talking about politics is we are in very difficult times. You know, some people say that we might be close to World War III, and now that there's the new president in the United States and there's a new president in Indonesia, what we can all hope for is that there's going to be no more conflict in the world. You know, we have to pray for the people in Ukraine, for the people in Gaza. We have to pray that the world is going to become united, because right now the world is very divided. And I don't know a lot about politics, but I know a lot about conflict, because I'm married. And the secret to conflict resolution is being open and talk to each other, you know, open dialogue. For example, I still remember the first time I got in an argument with my wife. And I'm Italian, I'm very passionate, I was screaming and I was angry, and she told me, Chris, you need to stop. You need to realize that yes, we are arguing, but this is not me against you in this argument. This is me and you against the problem. And you are the problem. So yeah, if you want to solve conflict, just say to your wife that she is right. That's the only way that you can solve conflict. And I love my wife very much. My wife is from Africa Selatan, and I'm an orang bule, okay? I'm white. I'm orang putih. My wife is from Africa. She's black. She's very beautiful, very black. And we have a son together. And I don't know if my son is mine, because I'm white, she's black, and my son looks like he's from Kupang. I'm not sure he's mine. Like even his first word, the first word that he said, like he was in his crib, and the first word you can never really understand. He was in his crib. I came to his room, and he was saying something like, and that. I was like, what is he saying? And I came closer. I was like, and that. I was like, is he saying dada? No, he was saying entete. That's what he was saying. But as much as I love Indonesia, there's some things that I still don't understand about Indonesia. For example, one thing that is very different, Indonesia from Italy, is the way you get sick. Because in Italy it's very easy. In Italy you have the flu, you take some paracetamol, and that's it. Not in Indonesia. The first time I got sick in this beautiful country, my Indonesian roommate came to my room and he was like, are you okay, Chris? And I was like, no, I have the flu. And he was like, no, you have masukanging. No, the window is closed. There's no wind. And I was like, no, you have wind. You have wind inside of you and it's bad. I was like, I have wind inside of me? What am I, Avatar, the Last Airbender? Like what? And I was like, listen, just go to the pharmacy and please buy me some paracetamol. And he was like, no, you're in Indonesia now. All you need is a coin. And he started scraping my back with a coin. Kerokan, that's what you call it. And the worst part is that it worked. Like he scraped my back and it worked. I was cured. And that shows that what they say about Indonesia is true. In this country, you can fix any problem with money. packed in stock. Math. Thank you very much. You guys are amazing. Have a good night.